A devastating night in the Europa League final for Rangers. They lost 5-4 on penalties. Aaron Ramsey missing from the spot, but an incredible journey. You must be proud. Let's hear from Rangers boss Giovanni van Broncos, who said tonight was tough to take.
Well, of course, a big disappointment. I mean, if you play a final in Europe and you lose, it will hurt. Because you play a final, you will do everything you can to win it. And then in the end, with penalties, it's a lottery. And tonight we weren't on the good side. But I can't complain with everything my players gave today and also the games before this tonight. But in the end, I think it was a really tight game. It went all the way to penalties, and we lost. It's big disappointment because you are so close in winning a trophy. But that's also football. If you play a lot of big games, big finals, you will have memories that will last forever when you win them. But when you lose, it will hurt a lot. I lost the World Cup final, the biggest game there is, and also a huge disappointment. But you have to move on. Still, we have a big game on Saturday, and next season we have to start all over again. So. But of course, the disappointment and is there tonight.
Yeah, devastated Giovanni van Broncos there, and he'll be absolutely gutted. Let's go to David, who's a Rangers fan. David.
Hi, Dave.
How you doing? Are you there?
We're here, Dave.
We've got you, Dave. How are you feeling?
First of all, I'd like to congratulate both teams on an outstanding game. It was great to watch. Nervy, very, very nervy.
Yep.
But either team could have won that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, both had chances.
It's great to who had the better season. Well, Celtic get knocked out of 4 cups this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Scottish Cup, the
Champions League,
Europa League, and the Columbus League. So, I mean, that's terrible. Honestly.
First team in history to get knocked out of 3 European tournaments in one season.
I don't know. I can't tell you been knocked out the same competition twice as well. You know what I mean? A few years back when they got a wee buy in. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Both teams done brilliantly. It was very, very close. We could have won it at the end. You know what I mean? It's heartbreaking, but at the same time, you've got to be proud of the boys.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Dave. Just watching, and literally as Giovanni van Broncos was listening to the audio, he was up on my monitor, and I was just thinking, he's done brilliantly this season to do what he's done in Europe. I just wonder whether if he wins the title next season, or perhaps gets them to the Europa League final again, I wonder, is there a concern that teams across Europe may be looking at him as their gaffer?
No, I don't feel that. But what we really need to do is give Giovanni a full season. You're going to remember it came in November. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
No, but I'm saying what he's achieved in that time is quite impressive.
He brought Lindstrom in. I mean, he's done magnificent. He's outstanding. He's an ex-player. He loves the club. He's changed his round. I genuinely don't think Gerrard would have done what he done.
We'll never know.
Exactly, we'll never know. But the same thing, I love Gerrard. Gerrard was brilliant. I was heartbroken. I've got a tattoo on my bottom. Don't want to swear on the radio, you know what I mean? But
we've got a tattoo on your bum of what?
I've got a tattoo of Gerrard on my bottom.
Hold on.
You haven't.
Hold on.
No, you haven't.
You've got Steven Gerrard.
You haven't, Dave.
You've got Steven Gerrard's face on your bum.
I was going to get it at Christmas, but he left in November, so thank God.
Oh, you didn't. He's lying. You knew you did.
But no, all can I say? Listen, we're outstanding, but easily we've had a better season.
Yeah, all right, Dave, brilliant. Thanks for your call.
Did he just say they've easily had a better season?
Yeah.
What? David, are you still there?
No. He's 100% right.
I'm still here.
David, you haven't easily had the better season.
Yes, we have.
No, you haven't, David. You haven't.
Why?
Because you haven't. There's no.
Why?
Because you haven't won anything, David. You haven't won.
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
We've given our fans more excitement. We've changed the English media.
No, you've done well. You've done brilliantly. You've done superb.
We've done outstanding.
You've overachieved. You've done everything. But the one thing you didn't do was win on penalties, and that matters.
No, listen. We've all been that. England have been there. You've lost in penalties many times, and you know what I mean.
I think they've raised the club to new heights this season. Right?
Well
Rangers will win the league. Celtic will win the league. It's a 2-horse race every season. But Celtic have won it this year because Rangers have been on an incredible journey in the Europa League.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, for the sake of this conversation,
I know you're going to ask.
Right? Man City win the title, right? Hold on, let me finish.
You can't judge it on the Premier League.
Let me finish.
Can't judge it on the Premier League.
Man City win the title. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup and get to and of course the Champions League final, but they don't win it. But they get to another final. Who's had the better season?
Yeah, but it's the Premier League, Jason.
Who's had the better season?
No, it's the Premier League. You can't judge.
Answer the question. Who's had the better season?
No, I'm not answering the question because it's a stupid question.
No, it's not.
It is a stupid question.
No, it's a valid...
it's not. You're asking a stupid question.
I'll answer for you. Man City have had the better season.
No, because it's the Premier League.
Yes.
It's different. You're talking about the Europa League final.
Yeah, talking about the Champions League final.
No, yeah, but I'm talking about the Scottish Premier League.
I'm talking about the
completely. It's like winning League One on a championship.
Sorry, Man City have won 4 out of the last 5. Or with the sake of this conversation, they have.
It's like Portsmouth getting to the Europa League final. What they've done.
Yeah, well done, excellent. Did they win it? No, they didn't.
You don't have to win it. What you
don't have to win it.
You don't.
You don't have to win it.
You don't have to win it to say you've had an unbelievable season.
A better season than the team that has won something.
They've won the league 52nd time.
Yeah.
But
they won it.
I know, but there's no...
No?
Is there glory in that?
Yes, they're with it. Look. Because they won it 52 times.
Rangers have been on like this incredible journey. They've had to play.
And had they won...
How many Thursday nights have Rangers had to play 2-leggers? It's impossible to try and challenge for the title as well.
Well done. Brilliant. They've done exceptionally well. Overachieved. Got to win it. To make it, you've got to. If they'd won tonight, if we're sitting here talking about Rangers winning the Europa League, and you ask me, who's had the better season? I say, Rangers have had the better season.
All right, let's go to Tom, who's a Rangers fan. Tommy.
Good evening, chaps.
Yeah, all right, Tommy. Look, first and foremost, how you feeling? You must be proud of the side. Well, you gutted.
Absolutely, right. And the Cundy, you can be hard work sometimes, so you can, because you're trying to compare apples here with with oranges when you're going with Liverpool and Man City up against Rangers and what Rangers have achieved and what Liverpool have achieved and Man City have achieved. There's no comparison with what Rangers have achieved when you look at Man City and Liverpool.
Thank you.
Who get hundreds of millions of pounds a year, and we've got a team that costs 13 million. We've come up against a team tonight. There's got one player that costs 4 times the Rangers squad.
Yeah, I'm not saying you've had I'm not saying that you've not had a brilliant season. You have.
Do you know what?
But you've not had a better season than Celtic, Tommy.
Well, when you look at how embarrassed they got us. I mean, I listened to Coco the Clown earlier talking about beating Rangers 3-0 at Parkhead 6-8 weeks ago. We beat them at Hampden 3 weeks ago and put them out of the cup. Another cup. That was the 4th cup this season that they've been put off.
Jace, Celtic won the league the other day. We was on the show.
Okay.
And they didn't even take a call on it. They didn't care.
No. What do you mean didn't care?
What do you mean didn't care? There was Premier League games on. There was 2 Premier League games on, and Celtic won the league, and we didn't take one call on Celtic.
I know, but we're taking calls because they're lost tonight. That's why we're taking calls, because they lost.
No, we're taking calls on Rangers because it's the Europa League final.
Yeah. Oh, did they win it? Have I taken
exactly? They didn't win it, and we're still taking all these calls. Of course, we're going to take
calls on the game
because it's the Europa League final.
Yes, yeah,
no
but
one
they
cares
lost.
about Celtic winning the league.
That was last
Rangers
week.
are in the Europa League final.
I don't. What's going on? What's happened?
What's happened? Lads, can I speak
What's
to you?
happened?
Go on, Tommy.
What's happened?
Jason, sometimes you can be worse than Adrian Durham sometimes. But anyways, I'm proud of this point, right? I'll be there on Saturday. I live in Yorkshire, and I'll be there on Saturday. Cheering my team on. We'll be as proud as punch. We'll fill Hampden again.
I hope you win it.
Sorry?
I hope you win the cup. I hope you win it. But you still won't have had a better season than Celtic, even if you win it.
I don't care. Jason, I couldn't care whether I've had a better season than Celtic.
But that's the conversation we're having.
I've done this season.
Have I got in a parallel universe where we're finishing runners-up now is better than winning something? What's happened here? Is this what's going on?
No, but it's the grand scheme of it.
Great achievement.
The grand scheme of it, Rangers.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done getting there. Great achievement. Superb.
Right.
Lost on penalties.
Rangers won the league last season. All right. They'll have a go next season. All right?
And they were the better side last season.
Rangers and Celtic will go at it every season. Yeah, you ain't going to see Rangers in a Europa League final every season. You ain't going to see Celtic in a Europa League final.
No, you're not. Right? But when you get there and you finish second, you can't have had a better season than someone that wins something. It's impossible. That's how it works. Honestly.
Let's go to Connor, who's a Celtic fan. Connor.
What's happening?
How are you doing? First of all, I just want to say congratulations to Rangers actually getting to where they did. Right?
Oh, you horrible man, Connor. Why are you... You horrible man.
But they never won. So, anyway. Better season. Celtic have always had the better season. They've actually got silver at a show for that cup and the league.
You got knocked out. You're the first team in history to get knocked out of 3 European competitions in one season.
Yeah, that's not great. It's not great.
Come on!
That's not great. It's not great.
I'll take the record.
It's not great.
Come on!
Right.
Your record in Europe this season has been...
It's been an absolute disgrace.
It's been a shambles. It has.
It has. Anyway, Jamie, you made a comparison earlier on saying Man City winning the Carabao Cup was like basically the same as Celtic winning our league.
Yeah.
That comparison is what is that about?
No, it is, but because Celtic win, but you won the league 52 times. Man City will win the Carabao Cup nearly every season. That's why I'm saying it. They win it all the time. So it's nothing special.
No, you can't compare.
It's like Bayern Munich winning the Bundesliga every season. Do you know what I mean? It's just standard that Celtic will probably win the season pretty much every season. If Rangers now have come back, they're competing again. But you ain't going to see Celtic and Rangers in a European final very often.
So we've got the money. The money compared to other European teams is miles off it compared to us.
Exactly. That's why for me it's a better season than what Rangers have had, even though they haven't won it. The journey that they've had this season will last a lot longer than Celtic winning another Premier League.
Nah, we've got silverware to show for it, so we've had a better season.
All right, Connor, I appreciate your call. Rangers fans, get your calls in 03 717 22 33 44.